Hey, welcome everybody. Gleekon here. And we are going to continue our reading of the Mythos, Chapter 1 in Chronicle 1. We're going to work our way through that whole book before we do some Let's Play, maybe Chronicle 2 also. Alright, so this one's called The Titans and the Ordering of the Universe. And let's get right to it. No one knows when or why the first Titan awoke, but legends hold that his name was Aman'Thul. Sounds familiar. Though Aman'Thul was alone, he knew in his heart that others of his kind must exist. Thus he explored the worlds of the great dark beyond, intent on finding more Titans. His quest was arduous and lonely, but it was ultimately fulfilling. In time he discovered other nascent world souls. Aman'Thul lovingly nurtured these newfound kin and roused them from slumber. Those who awakened devoted themselves to his noble search. Aman'Thul and his siblings later became known as the Pantheon. They were benevolent by nature, creatures aligned with order and stability. The Pantheon possessed a natural affinity to the latent magic in the universe. Fully aware of their incredible power, they bound themselves to a code of temperance toward the civilizations they encountered, even those of the unruly elemental spirits. And what other civilizations were there? We've already established that it's elementals everywhere. So are we saying there's kind of like some life forms, aliens? I don't know. The Titans of the Pantheon came to realize that order was crucial to finding others of their kind. On each world they encountered, they employed techniques to ascertain whether a world soul was present. The Pantheon would first pacify the world's raging elemental populations. Then they would reshape the world, forming great mountains, fathomless seas, and roiling skies. Lastly, the Titans would seed myriad life forms across the newly ordered world. In doing so, the Pantheon hoped to call forth the world soul and bring it to maturity. Most of the time, however, the worlds visited by the Titans proved inert. The Pantheon vowed to maintain and protect all of these worlds, even those that did not contain a slumbering spirit. To do so, they empowered primitive life forms to uphold the integrity of their ordered worlds. The Pantheon also embedded colossal machines in the surface of the worlds that they had shaped. Through these devices, the Titans could monitor their worlds and purge them of life should their evolutionary paths succumb to disorder. And I think if you play WoW, some of these things are touched upon. To aid the Pantheon, Aman'Thul called upon a mysterious race known as the Constellar. Never heard of it. These celestial beings observed the many worlds ordered by the Titans, staying vigilant for any sign of instability. When it was necessary, the Constellar could initiate a fail-safe procedure to scour life from a world in the hopes of resetting its evolutionary process. Over the ages, the Pantheon discovered fewer and fewer world souls, yet they remained undaunted. They knew that the universe was vast beyond measure, and even after epochs of exploring the stars, they had only plumbed but a small corner of creation. Unbeknownst to the Titans, malign forces were also hard at work in the distant reaches of the Great Dark. Okay, so that's kind of neat. It kind of gives some background and affirmation of those Titan things that you see. The name of the Pantheon that was found, I guess, at this time, looks like there's about 7. There's Aman'Thul, the High Father of the Pantheon, yet he's also called their sibling. Sargeras, the Defender of the Pantheon. Kind of feel like he becomes bad, don't remember. Agramar, Lieutenant of the Great Sargeras. Aenar, the Lifebinder. Khaz'goroth, Shaper and Forger of Worlds. Norgannon, he sounds, that strikes an evil chord, Keeper of Celestial Magics and Lore, and Golganeth, Lord of the Skies and Roaring Oceans. So these are sort of like our ancient gods. The Father, kind of a defender, wore his lieutenant. Life, World Shaper, maybe kind of like Earth. Magic, Sky and Sea. All right, everybody. We'll keep it going in the next episode. And thank you for listening.